Hi my friends, this is Wolfgang with the Healing Circle and Tools for Ascension, and this time the tool for Ascension is going to be Black Tourmaline. Here we have Black Tourmaline, and I've been pushed somehow to talk about this today. The last several days I had several clients of mine that really got into Black Tourmaline, and they had a lot of questions, and so I felt inspired to make this video. First of all, any black stone will help you with grounding. And grounding, if you do not know anything about this idea or concept, is basically connecting your energy system with that of Mother Earth. We have energy meridians. Chinese medicine deals with this. We have nadis, which is a finer subsystem of the meridian system. The Hindu medicine deals with this, and of course we have chakras. Many people know about chakras. These are those energy vortexes that we have at the bottom of our feet, and of course also the root chakra, which is like basically an extension of our spine, like an energy vortex, that extends downward. And of course, then we have at the outside of our legs, there are those energy pathways that send negative energy into the earth. This is basically our sewer system. And with most Western people, this is they are not very grounded. They are not that much in the physical reality, because they're much more mental. They do not garden, they do not work with the earth, they do not walk anymore. We drive everywhere. Most Western people are very much disconnected from nature. And if you check the energy field of Western people's legs, it's very puny, and the higher you get, if they're kind of spiritually evolved, the more it projects. But when you get to their legs, there is hardly any force field around them. And of course, one of the side effects of lack of grounding is you having cold feet and maybe a hot head, because most of the energy is on the mental plane. And if we cannot sewer out or ground out our negative emotions, we become emotionally disturbed, and we also will not be in harmony, with the material world, with this 3D world. People that are grounded have a good physical prosperity. They have healthy bodies, they have a healthy spine, they are calm, and they're doing good in the physical world. They have enough money, they have a decent job, and they are level-headed and balanced, you could say. They're good materialists, and but that is not all. Of course, of course our heart chakra should be open, and also, of course, we should be connected through our crown chakra to the heavens. That's the ideal state. And in some tradition, like, it's considered the tree of life. We are inside, and we are the middle, and then we are connected to heaven and earth. The roots being the earth connection, and the crown, the top of the tree, the branches being our crown chakra. Even in the native tradition, I think Grey Owl talked about this, seeing us humans as the little tubes that can bring in, the love from the heaven or the love from Mother Earth and distribute it. in this world. There are many concepts of such, but as I said before, most Westerners, myself included, but that has different reasons, astrological reasons, lack grounding. Yeah, let's talk about a little bit about astrology. We all know that the chart is Western astrology chart is round, and then you have the horizon, and if you have most of your signs on top, then you're kind of in the heavens with your interests, and have a lack of grounding. And when most of your stars are in the bottom, that means you're very grounded and may not have enough spiritual inspiration, not enough connection with the heavens. So every black stone has a grounding ability, and also then in magical terms has protecting ability. And how does this protection happen? Well, basically when you're flooded with negative thought forms, which is like a dark, heavy energy, and your sewer system is working properly, the nadi and meridian system and root chakra system is working properly, you basically discharge this negative energy into the earth, and it doesn't affect you that much. But if those connections with the earth are blocked, then you have a lot of problems, because you cannot sewer out this negativity. Also, lack of grounding is a big problem, for women, especially when they have their moon cycle, because that is a time where they purge negative emotions, and if they're not grounded, they have a lot of pain and a lot of trouble. So, ladies, this is a good time, to ground, to sit on the earth, to work in the garden, to be in nature, or to clear your root chakra, to clear your legs, to clear the chakras at the bottom of your feet. And this is how we come now to Black Tourmaline. Black Tourmaline is a very, very powerful stone in that it has as a signature parallel striations, just basically like a fiber optic that are running in this way. And this kind of signature really works. Basically, this mineral is very good at bringing in dark energy and bringing it from here to there. It's a good transportation system. So see it basically as a vacuum cleaner. It just draws energy, dark energy, from one direction to another. And of course, we like every stone, every gem is overshadowed by a deva, intelligence, a higher angelic type intelligence, which some people can actually see in an anthropomorphic form as a nice black-haired lady, or it is also activated, by your intent. And if you have a black tourmaline, this is the time to get it now, please. First of all, before I start working with any stone, I put it onto my divine symbol. I place it in the center and wait about 5 minutes, to clear it, which I have already done with this. But before we start working on this, let me just read you a little bit about the theory and what it's supposed to do with you. This is a channeled book here from Kevin Ryerson. His spiritual name is Guru Das, and the book is called Gem Elixirs and Vibrational Healing, Volume 1. As far as I know, never has been a Volume 2 published, and it's out of print, but maybe you can get it as a PDF. And Basically, this is what he channels or writes about Black Tourmaline. The reflex point associated with the coccyx are stimulated. Imbalances associated with the base chakra, such as arthritis. Arthritis in many ways is associated with anger that has not been discharged, and if you have a blocked root chakra, and basically if you have a broken coccyx, that means there's something wrong with your root chakra. Then anger and other negative emotions do not get discharged, and that leads in many cases to arthritis. Dyslexia, syphilis. Syphilis, of course, also associated with your lower chakras. Dyslexia, I think, is more like a left-right brain imbalance. When heart disease generally is connected with the heart chakra, and in general businessmen, that have to apply cutthroat methods to make money, cheat other people, fire people, you have to close your heart chakra. But again, there are negative emotions connected with this, so I would say in that way, opening the root chakra will help. Anxiety, of course, if you're not grounded, you will be suffering from anxiety. And the disorientation, again, that's just, when you're not grounded, you're spaced out, and that's another word for disorientation. And all adrenal disorders are alleviated. And the adrenaline system is basically, your quick energy system. It's connected with the kidneys, your fight and flight, supercharger, basically nature's cocaine in a way. We get most of our energy, from the earth. The bulk of the physical energy comes from Mother Earth, and so not having a good connection with Mother Earth, will exhaust you, and of course then you will have, those kind of kidney malfunctions. All right, so let's get started with some practical work. First of all, I asked Archangel Michael to guide and protect us from all negativity, and to make sure that whatever we do will be for the highest good and divine harmony with the most benevolent outcomes, and that whatever I say here in this teaching lessons will only be used for the highest good in divine harmony with the most benevolent outcomes. Also, here he is. I asked for the presence of the Tourmaline Deva. Now, amen. Yes. And you might feel a shift in energy when you invoke those divine entities, after several seconds. And I'm going to ask this individual gem here to please help us, to dispel any darkness, to bring darkness out of my energy systems, so that I can be a better servant for the divine will, for the will of God. Amen. And you do not have to repeat, every intent I say. If you agree with anything I say, please say amen, and then you are also, in with the intent, and it will apply to you. Angels and other divine beings have to respect your free will. The entities of darkness will try to circumvent it, trick you in this way or that way, but the divine beings always respect your free will, so you have to give them permission, and that's where this whole amen bit comes in. Well, first of all, I want to jack up my energies before I work with any gems. The higher your vibration, the more you're grounded, the more your crown chakra is open, the more your heart chakra is open, the more powerful your healing is going to be. If you're depressed, you're not going to do much, but when you're all jacked up, when you're happy and joyful, a lot of healing energies, can work through you. So, well, one of the easiest first tricks is to work with gems, just to get our hand chakras going, massage them nicely, and maybe do some breath of fire with the rainbow bridge. Okay, and let's just charge this stone up with this beautiful energy that we have created. So basically I'm sending all that buzz that I have from my heart into the stone, and it's like giving money to him or giving love to him, it's just always good. And now I'm going to be opening the meridians in my arms, and I will be using a wand for that. And basically I put this parallel to my wand and just pass the wand in an expanding type fashion through the force field of my arms. That's pretty good. And I breathe into the wand, and he just distributes the energies, expanding my force field. I'm just going to jack up my general force field. Woo. Oh God. Okay, I'm now several layers higher than before, and now I'm just probably going to start with my root chakra. The root chakra is basically at the base of your spine, and I'm not sure whether you can see this, but I'm just going to spread my legs. No, you cannot see it, so and just hold it between your legs, pointing down. And oh God, this is good. And I just asked the Deva, the Black Tourmaline Deva, please clear out any negativity, any darkness that I'm still carrying, any trauma or samskaras, the Hindus would say, that I'm carrying from this lifetime and past lifetime in my root chakra. Now, amen. Please find or remove and clear all trauma for the highest good and divine harmony with the most benevolent outcomes. And any resistances towards releasing those traumas, please find or remove and clear all too, and continue to finish. Amen. And I'm getting like a big buzz down there, and it just helps drawing energy from Mother Earth into your heart, and then sending it also into the root chakra. Or you can just breathe into the root chakra and imagine that the root chakra makes like a sound, like a flame from a burner, like so. Please find or remove all and clear all any trauma, any fear of the material world, any desire not to be here in this realm of the material body, which is maybe full of material suffering. So release, so there is no reason to carry that trauma with me, especially not from past lives. So just release all that now into the earth, into the center of the earth, and you just also imagine that it's just, drawing it out into the earth, where it's being transmuted by Mother Earth. And we asked Mother Earth to please, transmute the energies, and we asked all our spirit guides to please come also and assist with the healings and to guide us with our intuition. Alright. Now I'm holding this, the tourmaline, well, you might actually see this. Now it's still, well, let's just move this a little down. In our second chakra, which is maybe a hand wide, below the navel, and we asked the tourmaline to please draw out any negativity that we have experienced through duality, through any sexual misconduct, like rape, etc. Any darkness, from the second chakra now. Amen. Please find all, remove all, and clear all, and continue to finish. Amen. And please also remove any courting or sexual attachments, from this incarnation or past incarnation that do not serve us anymore. Now that is quite important, whenever you have sex with somebody, these type of courtings, energy connections, are being established with that person, and that can access and drain your energy and, affect you emotionally. And, I've had cases where women could not get children, and, their whole thing was just, a web of courtings from previous sexual partners, and only after that had been cleared, she could, conceive a child, which happened right away after the healing. So again, please find or remove or clear or any sexual courtings now. And actually I will ask as a male, and please find or remove or and clear all any negative energies and programming that I'm holding in my prostate. Any negative sexual programming, through cultures or conditioning, whatever that is, from this lifetime and past life, any sexual trauma. Now, amen. And you ladies, you hold this over your ovaries, and also ask, to please find or remove all and clear all any trauma that you still carrying around from being a woman, the victimhood of woman, the suppression of the goddess, even rape, also being, diminished because, you're a girl and girls are no good, all those prejudices, that, have been there through the last several thousand years, against women, and, especially, like cultures, Muslim cultures, women, they have so much to suffer due to the suppression, and all these energies are stored in the ovaries and maybe in the uterus. So, just draw that out, and you probably feel a tingling too when you do that. So just clear that whole area out. And we ask the angels to please, apply heavenly vacuum cleaners and transmute the energy, into wisdom, into healing energy, and give it back to us and heal those organs. Now, amen. Now, and for the whole healing session, let's just have a standing order in there. And, here is our sexual chakra is coming out like that. But then also we have another chakra here in the back, opposite, which is like where your sexual energy is being stored. And most people that even know about chakras, do not really pay much attention to their back chakras. So let's just ask that any negativity, on cordings that we have in the second chakra back, please be cleared for the highest good in divine harmony with the most benevolent outcomes. And just, follow your intuition, if the stone wants to go somewhere, just let it go. Don't be too judgmental, try not to control too much. This is all, very intuitive, easy flowing stuff. And also do not think that, doing this one time will cure all of your problems. You have to brush your teeth every day. And even if you have stains on your teeth, it takes a while to get that all off, So, these kind of purification things, have to be done more often. Especially if you're just starting and there's a lot of past life stuff that has to be cleared off. And so I asked again, then any negativity that I'm still holding in this back chakra, please, find all, remove all, clear all, and continue to finish. And any resistances towards, clearing those, please find all, remove all, continue to finish. Amen. And any pain I'm holding there, maybe from spinal misalignment, from battle wounds, from diseases, from overwork, being in the field in past lifetimes, being a slave maybe, please find all, remove all, clear all, and continue to finish. Amen. Ooh, yeah. There was a lot of that there. My spine is tingling. Ugh. And because it has this kind of fiber optic quality, we just hold it there now and align it basically parallel to the spine. And the energy is just shooting up. And they ask, please align the energies that are flowing up and down my spine. Please remove any blockages in this area, in my Shushumna, to have optimal energy flow. Amen. Ooh, yeah, this is good. Okay. And now we will be working with our solar plexus chakra, which is maybe 3 fingers above your navel. And you just hold it there. And again, this solar plexus chakra is dealing with, your power, with relationships on groups. The second chakra is dealing with relationships of one-on-one, one person to another, basically duality. This one is dealing with power in groups, social environments, and those people that have dark backgrounds, black magicians, that abuse free will, generally have a messed up solar plexus chakra. I can always pick them out. Feeling a pain there when they're around, and so I release any darkness I'm holding, from this lifetime and past lifetime, from in my solar plexus chakra, from the abuse of power. I will not abuse power anymore. I will use my power only for the highest good and divine harmony with the most benevolent outcomes from now on. So please, I don't have to carry those blockages in the darkness here anymore. So please find all, remove all, clear all, continue to finish. Amen. And whenever I do this intent, there's suddenly a release, and I can feel that. And also, the anger, is stored in the liver, and of course, We all have anger. Anger has a divine function as well as maybe a selfish function. So we ask that any anger being taken out, from the liver, from this lifetime and past lifetime, so we can be pure and not carry this darkness around anymore. Oh yeah, get another shiver here. Ooh, yeah. So this is also, where our lower will is situated. If there are people that try to manipulate other people with their will, and they misuse that chakra, trying to overpower people. So I release any of those control issues. I release any programs that I'm having, trying to control others, trying to violate other people's will, and I will from now on support people in the divine, according to the divine plan, according to God's desire, God's plan. God, thy will be done, not our will be done. Amen. Yeah. Yeah. Phew. Okay, and let's just do the back side of this chakra. Let's see if you can see that. Probably not. Let me just adjust that. Alright. So this would be kind of here. And this is also, this chakra relates to your profession. When this is open, you like your job and you have fun doing your job. And if this is not open, well, you're unhappy with your job. You're not employed in something that's enjoyable for you. And of course, a lot of the life force for your kidneys comes through here. And also your intestines are affected by this area. So any darkness I'm still holding here, any trauma that I'm still holding here from this lifetime and past lifetimes, please find it and remove it for the highest good and divine harmony with the most benevolent outcomes. Amen. And any trauma I'm carrying from being forced to work in jobs that were not in harmony with me, all that trauma from past life, please, in this lifetime, please find all, remove all, and continue to finish any battle wounds and other woundings from accidents and any curses that have been put there. Please find all, remove all, and clear all, and continue to finish. And any resistances towards clearing this, please find all, remove all, and clear all, and continue to finish. Amen. Yeah, removing the resistances is a big thing. It really helps a lot. It's kind of a Taoist technique, removing the resistances, because everything we try to do, there are definitely certain resistances there. And I want this clear too, and any critters, any astral entities that are there, please find all, remove all, clear all, and continue to finish. Amen. Ooh. Then connect to Mother Earth and just breathe into those chakras. Okay, now let's deal with the heart chakra. the center of our being. The good yogi, the perfect yogi, and the perfect mystic always resides, in the heart, or maybe in the higher heart. This is the higher aspects of the heart chakra. And so, please find or remove and clear all any blocks that I have in my heart or in my higher heart chakra, and open it. And first of all, I release any pain that I'm carrying around from loving too much in past lifetimes and in this lifetime where it hurt. And I'm going to be, as I'm working with heart energy, I'm having here like a pink stone. This one is a zeolite. And of course, if you have which is called a watermelon tourmaline, use that. But this is a very similar signature, so I'm going to hold those together. And yeah, much more powerful. And I just let it wander around, and it's just following the bliss. You may also want to go here. This is the access point for the lungs, and there are small chakras there too, and sadness is being stored there. So I release any sadness I'm still carrying from past life, this lifetime, being separated by loved ones, being abandoned by loved ones. Now, amen. Yeah, the male side, my right side, has a lot more trauma about abandonment. And I ask the Divine Father aspect to come and help with that. Well, in this lifetime, my father wasn't there when I was brought into this world. And nobody to hug me and hold me as a male. So there's a lot of trauma from that. So please find or remove on, clear and continue to finish now. Amen. Yes. And if you feel kind of betrayed or abandoned by the female aspects, you're probably holding this on your female side, so I clear any trauma from past life in this lifetime where my mother wasn't there, wasn't having my back, wasn't supporting me, and to forgive them all. They probably did the best they could. My parents got brought up really screwed, so I was screwed up, growing up in the Second World War, what that does to you. Yeah, all the pain, that I've seen in wars in past lifetime, I release that too. Oh, God, there's a big one there. So, again, more, pain from wars, accidents, disease, separating from loved ones, from friends. Please find or remove and clear and continue to finish. And if you can sigh, sigh, it will help. Any emotional support, any physical support like sighing or crying, just go for it. If you cry, you release a lot faster. But try to smile even if it doesn't feel like it, because then you're more open to love and to loving healing. It's just not about releasing, it's also about receiving love and healing. When that is there, you can release a lot faster. So I ask all the loving angels and healing angels to assist in purifying and clearing the heart chakra from any trauma around love issues from past lifetimes and this lifetimes. And also, betrayal, when I betrayed other people, maybe left a lover, women, just abused him sexually, maybe in this lifetime and past lifetime. I ask for forgiveness, and I forgive those that abandoned me, that betrayed me in issues of the heart. Nobody is free of flaws. We all learn through trial and error. Whew. Oh yeah. And I ask that, my heart be filled with love and filled with love. Yes, amen. And now let's deal with the heart chakra in the back. Very much forgotten by so many people. This is where we hold all the energy, the subconscious aspects of the heart. How do we deal in terms of love with masses of people? The front is about how we deal with individuals, those that are in front of us. But if the back heart chakra is open, then it means we love anybody, anything. We have unconditional love to all beings, to the world basically. And well, this is also where we hold the energy of backstabbing, where people betray us, where, through, you know what backstabbing means, right? So I release any energies of backstabbing, of betrayal in love, of betrayal by villages and colleagues, through betrayal, through what's this called? People talking behind your back, all those energies, and just being stabbed in the back in physical ways. Many people have been assassinated or in battle, just killed from the back. So all those trauma, please find all, move on, clear all, and continue to finish. Amen. Any also black magic or maybe love magic that has been secretly put on us, dear angels, especially Archangel Michael, this stuff is illegal. So please find all, move on, clear all, continue to finish and repair any damage. Now, amen. And any astral entities that have been sent to us to hurt us, please find all, move on, clear all, and continue to finish. Amen. Whew. I'm going to put this love stone now onto the divine symbol, and I think this stone and put them on the divine symbol too, because there's a lot of dark stuff just ran through him, let him clear out. And I'm going to get some chrysocolla and some turquoise, because I will be working with this now, and we will be piggybacking this while this is clearing. Clear, will you help me? Will you help me please in healing past lifetime and this lifetime trauma? And I'm going to charge you up. I'm just going to hold them here into the rainbow bridge. Okay, the Black Tourmaline is ready to go now. So I'm just gonna piggyback, the turquoise and the chrysocolla. The chrysocolla is kind of a combination of, the turquoise vibration and the malachite vibration. And, well, let's just work on the higher heart here. And dear angels, please remove any blocks and blockages I'm carrying in my higher heart chakra. This is where the thymus gland is, the immune system. Remove any blocks that I have on my thymus gland, and in my self-love, my divine self-love, my expression of my love, any trauma I'm holding there, from past lifetimes, maybe from being stabbed, from being misunderstood, from being judged, from being persecuted for expression divine love. Please find or remove and clear and continue to finish. Ooh, I just hit something there. And I ask the devas of the chrysocolla and turquoise to assist me in this purification. Stabbing. Stabbing in here, yeah. I release any battle wounds or any other wounds. I'm stabbing from past lifetime, this lifetime. And you will find, there's always something else. There's always some more trauma to be discovered. This point of that your healing is done is never over. Even if you make it to the 5th dimension, there's still issues to be worked out. On any dimension, there's still more purification to be done. That's just part of the game, part of the game. Please find or remove and clear all darkness so that I become a better vessel of the divine love for the highest good and divine harmony with the most benevolent outcomes. Amen. And any resistances towards releasing those blocks and blockages, please find or remove and clear and continue to finish. Amen. Yeah. And now I'm gonna remove the chrysocolla, and let's just work on the shoulders. I release any pain I'm holding in my shoulders from suppressed emotion, from suppressed fear, and from working too hard, in this lifetime and past lifetime. Yeah, there's some excess point, some acupressure point here. And again, I ask for heavenly vacuum cleaners to mop up that stuff and transmute it into healing power. And then here, this access point too. And I'm dealing in more detail in my video on how to give yourself an office chair massage. But that's a different level here now. That's the gems. Way more trauma on my right side than on my left side. Alright. Well, this feels pretty good now. And now I release any trauma I'm holding in my throat chakra from expressing the divine truth, from expressing my creativity, for speaking up my wisdom, my truth, for being persecuted for being burned at the stake through Inquisition or through other control mechanism of the established religion that didn't like what I had to say. From this lifetime and past lifetimes, amen. Please find all, move on, clear all, continue to finish. In any resistances, please find all, move on, clear all, and continue to finish. Oh, and I have to say, I carry a lot more stuff on my male side, a lot more trauma on my male side than on my female side. And just go around, the neck. Don't just think you have to do the chakra here. That kind of stuff cannot get stored anywhere. Oh, there's a lot of stuff coming out here. So, to breathe into my throat chakra. Please find or move on, clear all any obstacles, any blocks there. Oop, there's another one, big one over here. And then breathe into the area with a smile. And I can really feel it, with my hand, how it's just coming out. Oh yeah, and of course there's also the trauma from getting strangulated, by garrote or by hanging and getting your head chopped off. Or just getting yelled at, by your parents in this lifetime and past lifetime. I release all that now. Amen. Let's do the back. Yeah, I release any trauma I'm still carrying from undue control. When you can't express yourself, because authority doesn't want you to, this kind of control, where you can't express yourself, your artistic way, your individual way, even speaking up or loud, and sometimes we were not even able to express our pain, cry or yell when we got hurt or were in pain, because it may betray our group or tribe, because enemies were there. I release any trauma, where I had to suppress my expression, my pain, my sorrow, my fear. As a child, as an adult, as an artist, as a seer, as a healer, as a mystic, any aspect of myself. Ooh, yeah, here's some. Ooh. Okay, well, thank you. And I'm putting this now again on the divine symbol to have that clear out, because next thing we're going to go into the third eye, and I don't want to have anything dirty on my third eye. That's very nasty, getting anything dirty there. And somewhere I'm having a lapis lazuli obelisk. Here you are. Lapis lazuli, very wonderful stone for the third eye. And while this one is clearing again, please help me. I invoke the Deva of lapis lazuli now. Amen. Please help me clear and purify my third eye, front and back, for the highest good and divine harmony with the most benevolent outcomes. Amen. I'm going to charge her up. I draw love from heaven and earth into my heart, and on the exhale I send it into the lapis lazuli. And always smile when you move chi. That's how you transmute it into love. Very, very important. Okay, he's fresh, ready to go. You just piggyback them. That's how this looks like. And please find or remove or clear any blocks in my third eye from this lifetime and past lifetimes, as long as it is for the highest good and divine harmony with the most benevolent outcomes. Amen. In past lifetimes I put in blocks myself because the lower astral plane was just too much to see, all the ghosts and little demons, all the dark critters just, were bothering me all the time. So I shut it down. Too much to bear. So I asked my higher selves, my spirit guides, to open my third eye to an array and to an amount that is just appropriate for my level of spiritual evolution right now, that I will not get overwhelmed, but I see that I have the vision that I need. Oh yeah, it wants to go here. That I need to get the healing done, to get the job done. Oh yeah. And I also please find or remove and clear any blocks that other dark magicians have put there to not be able to see their dirty business. That's an infringement on free will, and I ask Archangel Michael to remove those veils that have been put there to prevent me to see the truth. Amen. Oh yeah, I knew that you guys are doing that anyhow. But beware from now on. And let's do the back. So I clear kind of the sides. Yeah, like some pathways there that connect the third eye to the visual cortex in the back. Please find or remove or clear all any blocks there, so my vision is clear, not hazy. But again, I still ask for perfect filters, so I will not be disturbed too much. That there's a safety valve there. If it gets too dark, it gets shut off, blocked, or dimmed down, so it will not affect me emotionally. Oh yeah. Whew. And also clear the telepathic channels at the back of my neck. They're kind of here. Oh yeah, it's just tingling like anything. And remove any recordings from the dark side that try to manipulate me from this lifetime and past lifetime. I do not want them to have any influence on me anymore, so Archangel Michael, please remove them and refuse further entrance from the dark side into those channels. Amen. Put your divine seal on it, so those dark side won't dare to try to reattach anything anymore. Amen. Open the telepathic channels, so I will be better connected to my divine guidance. and clear any fogginess from my visual cortex in my brain, from any pollutant, toxin, intoxication from this lifetime, past lifetime. Any darkness that's not helping anymore. Amen. Whew. Whew. Okay. That feels good. And now, the crown chakra. Let's purify this again. I really don't like to have anything dirty on my crown chakra. And let's find some amethyst. Amethyst is definitely the good and biggie one with the crown chakra. Well, I'm just going to use my wand. Oh no, here. This is going to be cool. This here is an apophyllite. These grow in the volcanic water pockets. This comes from India, the Pune area. It's formed like a perfect pyramid. And this is actually what I have on my wonderful wand that my wife makes us. It purifies anything that's put under, and it's just a wonderful clearing thing. And I will use this in conjunction with the stone. I'll put it on top, and please find or remove or clear all any blocks that I have in my crown chakra, so that I can have better connection with my higher self, with my multidimensional self. Ooh, yeah, this feels good. I love the heavens. Oh my God. Oh yeah. And any vows I did in past lifetime and where I maybe felt abandoned by spirit, maybe where I got tortured for my views, please find or remove or clear and continue to finish, so that I have perfect communication with the higher realms, that I become a better tool for the divine will. Amen. Whew. Oh yeah. And I breathe into my crown chakra. Now this is where the bliss comes in. Well, I could be doing this for a long, long time. So my friends, do these exercises as often as you like. Drink a lot of water, because you're going to be detoxing like anything. And so you got to flush out the toxins, you know, that cruising around in your blood. Otherwise, you're going to reabsorb them, get headaches, etc., etc. Take it easy after this, and wait about a week before you do any more work of that type, you know. Make sure everything integrates. Oh God, I have a hard time concentrating now. Well, like my videos, subscribe to my videos, turn on your friends to my videos if you think they're any good. I'm there for you to help you in your ascension. As I'm helping others, I help myself. I'm available through Skype sessions. Just click below the video on more info and look at the links. You know, there are links for how to use wands, how to use gems and crystals, how to work with the divine symbol, etc., etc. I love you. Stay connected with the source. Become an instrument of love. Namaste.